Hello, everyone. My name is Esteban Escobar Valencia from Aegis, and today I'm going to talk about the Scour effect around a large 3D printed artificial reef in sand. This presentation is divided into three main parts. First, my colleague Geoffrey Capet from Seaboost, expert in marine biology, will explain the framework of this project. Second, I'm going to present the design, approach, analysis, and main result of the study. And finally, I'm going to provide some conclusion and perspective.
Coastal ecosystems are both productive and biodiversity-rich environments. Coastal natural reefs are substrates for the development of a full range fauna and flora species. 50% of the world's primary resources are produced in the first 200 meters deep waters. With global warming and rapid coastal urbanization, the deterioration of natural reefs is well underway, whereas they provide various ecosystem services which directly concern the population, like fish resources, coastal erosion control, and tourism support, for example. The Seaboost company, which is specialized in the marine ecological engineering, develops artificial reef solutions to restore and conserve international marine ecosystems. The Reciflab project aims to provide an artificial reef, an artificial diving area to preserve a natural area which is degraded by over-frequentation of divers. The project is to offer an artificial reef village to scuba divers to enable natural reef to recover. In this project, 11 artificial reefs will be immersed at 21 meters deep. The big one is 8 meter length, 6 meter width per 7 meters height, and the weight is 110 tons. The reef has many volumes, cave, and cavities, what the divers can enjoy, as well as the fish and flora. The big artificial reef is made by innovative concrete materials and innovative technologies. 80% of the reef is made of 3D printed concrete parts, designed mostly in a biomimicry way to recreate natural volume and surfaces observable on a typical native natural reef. Shapes, material, manufacturing process were designed for fast biological colonization to quickly attract scuba divers and biodiversity. Technical aspects, hydro-geotechnical stability calculation were studied to face a 30-year storm with 11 meters wave height.
This innovative design of the reef structure involved complex interaction with the surrounding environment, as shown in the figure, the concept wave structure soil interaction. We have, on one hand, a drag inertia and lead forces acting in the structure. On the other hand, slide and bearing capacity under combined load. So sediment transport and Scour process around this structure pose a significant problem for the stability. So going to the objective of this work, the question are, which is the most relevant mechanism for the 3D artificial reef stability? How to improve this stability? This work involved the knowledge of different disciplines, and this is often a challenge. In order to answer this question, a full interaction approach between environment flow, seabed, and the structure was conducted in this study. So first, to characterize the hydrodynamic behavior of the structure, a physical model campaign was performed in a waveform. Then the foundation stability of the reef under combined load and different scenarios of Scour was evaluated using Plexis 3D. So let me start by describing the site and seabed soil characteristics. Near the site, we can see that a single rock outcrop is mapped. So before installation of artificial structure seabed, it was necessary to confirm the thickness of the sediment layer present on the seabed. For this, a test program was carried out based on geophysical surveys and geotechnical laboratory tests. We can see in the cross-section that the project area does not present irregularities, except in the southern part. This allows us to define a succession of homogeneous horizontal layers with mechanical properties mentioned in the table. In order to calculate the wave forces acting on the reef, a series of hydrodynamic tests was carried out in the wavefront. For each test conditions, 3 reef orientations were tested, so with deep water, wave height, and wave period. The time series of wave forces measured on the structure were obtained. The graph plot horizontal forces as a function of the wave height for 3 orientations. The expression on the figure represents the sum of 2 components. First, the inertia forces proportional to the acceleration of the fluid induced by the wave, and drag forces component, termed in h squared. So for engineering purposes, the approach taken to estimate Scour depth was considered the reef as truncated rectangular piles. A benchmark of CFD Scour cases was conducted to characterize the Scour pattern around the structure, as shown in the picture. The Scour response will vary around the structure and particularly on the corners. So we calculate the maximum Scour depth around the corner using the San-Alfredo formula for waves and currents. The maximum value obtained was 50 centimeters. This corresponds to the magnitude value of the reef monitoring in the area of the immersion zone that was 30 centimeters, which ensure our calculations. So let's now take a look of the evaluation of the stability. This was carried out using burning capacity envelope. The computational were carried out using the finite element program Praxis. So a 3-dimensional model of the soil structure system was present in the figure. So 2 scenarios before and after Scours conducted, 4 holes around the corners, and the rigid body function was used in Praxis 3D for apply the forces and moment. So let's now look at the result of this study, which show first the 3-dimensional shape of the total displacement of the artificial reef. This under 2 scenarios, no Scour and local Scour. For both scenarios, the model has both shape, which suggests a spiral value at the bottom. However, for the scenario B, it is possible to see that the maximum displacement is concentrated at the corner corresponding to the Scour holes. The effect of represents a reduction of a 1.5 in the capacity, and the risk remain manageable. Second, if we plot the capacity envelope curve, we can see in the red line a reduction due to the Scour effect. Then, if we plot the straight path, we can see that the combination of loads fell inside of the burning capacity envelope. This allows us to show that the artificial reef is stable for all load cases and combination of Scour. In conclusion, we have shown through a numerical model that 3D printed artificial reef is self-stable for wave load and Scour condition considered. Horizontal waves loads are the relevant parameter for the stability. It is important to have a good knowledge of the hydrodynamic forces in order to reduce the stability risk. Scour protection is therefore not considered imperative. The geometry of the reef has been subjected to several successive interactions to reduce the center of gravity and to improve the stability. Bearing capacity envelope offer a powerful framework to analyze the shallow foundation capacity problems. So finally, the perspective of this study are in order to improve the calculation score and the process, it is important to conduct a CFD calculation around this particular structure. Perform the wave-induced liquefaction analysis is important for taking into account this risk. And monitoring the Scour process of the reef after and before storm could be suitable. So that brings me the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention.